mixin', fixin' for another big game. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see running back Joe Mixon coming off a 100-yard performance a week ago. Coming up, we'll see the visiting Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Come on, let's go!
Looking to throw on second down. Brown. And an alley to run. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the pass.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on, let's go! What?
Now Brown looking to throw on second down. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's third down.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now.
Here we go! Brad 38!
Back to throw. Brown. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bobby Wagner. The Bengals getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Brown. Off the play fake. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The Bengals hoping Mixon improves on the numbers from his rookie year. He's back there again on first down.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round!
Back to Mixon on first down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Mixon with a first down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Looking to throw. Brown buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Back to throw. Brown. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. They go play action here on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. Well, that's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Brown to throw on second down. And Green with a catch left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Brown now, looking to throw on second down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom, he took advantage of it. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Let's go!
Looking to throw. Brown. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
Here's a give to Mixon. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go! 1-9!
To throw on second down. Brown. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Come on, let's go!
Back to throw. Brown. And he's going to go down again. Barkevious Mingo in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go!
Now Brown, off play action, powerful running, going deep downfield for Ross. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go! Brad, 38!
Looking to throw. Brown. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he... Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Ohio! Ohio! Mike 50! Mike 50!
Here's Brown off the play fake. Forced out to his left. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Brown to throw on second down. Green with a catch left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now the Bengals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Brown. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Margus Hunt able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what?
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go! What? 90!
On second down, here's Mixon. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Brown now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, Everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Cincinnati, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.